Do you see life in black or white? What do you do when you run into a problem, or what do you do when you achieve? In this video, I'm going to tell you how you have to transform your mindset in order to shift it towards becoming realistic about your performance. I just made the greatest business deal of my life. Things could not be better for me. I just failed at the biggest sporting event that I thought I would ever play. And now I think I'm a complete failure. I had to write an exam recently and I failed it, and I don't see myself ever becoming anything in my life. Hey self-helper, today I want to tell you about this very important cognitive distortion, which is basically a distortion in how we think. We think that things have to be either completely black or completely white, that there is no in between in our life. Look at what this does to our thought process. When we see things as the extreme only, then there is no scope for growth, there is no scope for improvement. What does that do to your performance? It doesn't push you forward towards what you want. And in fact, you get more stagnant. You tend to drag yourself down into a corner of this extreme form of thinking. When you look at your performance and you think that you are all bad, that things are going nowhere for you, things are no good, what does that do? What does that do whenever you need to perform? Can you get out of rock bottom? That's a question you need to ask yourself. How do I push myself out of this thought process? I try to find things that are relevant to it creating a problem in my life, and then I see what needs to change. What needs to change regarding this? I am thinking in an extreme format that without me performing extremely well, there is either only this. And that's the other problem, that if I perform really well, that only that accounts for anything. And if I perform badly, again, I go back to hitting rock bottom. It's as if one bad performance or one extremely good performance suddenly defines who you are. If you look at any successful person at any single phase in their life, in any single area that you want to describe, it's all about consistency. How do you find that degree of consistency in your life? You get out of this sort of thinking, this all or nothing cognitive distortion, because it's going to push you into different corners that you will struggle to get out of. No sportsman, look at all of the successful sportsmen out there: Roger Federer, Nadal, Dhoni, Virat Kohli, Sharad Kamal. Look at all of these people. All of them have done something that endured another. All of these people have gone through both phases. They have seen extremely good performances and they have also seen bad performances. But they know that winning and losing is a part of the game. But they don't let either one of them hold them, in each place. They know that these two things happen simultaneously and that it's going to be a process to get towards what they want. It's not going to be a systematic growth. Think about that. Any of these people have seen ridiculous amount of failures in their life. They have seen in many ways more failures that you and I would ever see, but they never give up. They don't see themselves stopping in terms of getting to what they want, because they don't look at the extremes. If they have a loss, they tend to let it go as soon as possible, and then they adapt to what they have to do next. If they perform really well, they don't hold on to that as well. They celebrate for up to 1 or 2 days and then they get back to what they have to do, training towards getting past the next challenge that may come their way. This is what you need to think about. Are you holding on to the extremely powerful parts of your life? Are you holding on to the extremely negative parts of your life? That's very important to consider. Comment below and tell me what you are getting stuck with. Because if you are stuck with either always winning or always losing, remember that there is going to be a huge hindrance in terms of your growth. You will not grow towards what you want if you are stuck in either place, because there is no growth for creativity. There is no growth for going towards your vision. There has to be some sort of a setback, or there has to be some sort of a progress, but preferably there needs to be more progress via understanding that your failures and your successes go hand in hand. And this is an important one. So think about that and understand that you are always going to have to run into both of these problems, and that extremes are not going to get you anywhere. Though extreme training is required, extreme education is required, extreme understanding that this is going to happen, that you're not going to run into one or two roadblocks, or you're not going to have one or two successes, that it has to be a multitude of all of them, and there are going to be good and bad days. And don't let any of these stop you. Have a clear mind as to what you want and move past all of these things. Celebrate the good things that happen to you. Understand and learn from the failures that happen to you, and don't get caught into the all or nothing phenomenon. I hope you found this video useful. If you did, leave me a thumbs up and comment down below and tell me what you want to learn about next. Remember, I am dedicated every single day of the week to making you the best version of yourself by having you motivated, empowered, and having you perform better in every single area of your life. Performance plays a very big role in your life, be it business, life performance, financial performance, school performance, or anything else. We need to use this information in our life so that we can use our mind and get to what we want. So think about that and hit the subscribe button if this is your first time here. Turn on bell notifications. You don't want to miss anything coming out of my channel. This is Vikram signing off, and I'll see you in the next session.